Hi, I'm Erin from the Home Sanctuary. If you're new here, welcome. On this channel, we explore gardening, home preserving, recipes, natural remedies, and simple homemaking, all with the goal of creating your own nourishing and peaceful home sanctuary. It's that time of year to tend to the harvest, to gather, give thanks for what the garden has given us this season. It's not just about saving vegetables, but it's about enjoying the work of our hands and the faithfulness of the one who makes things grow. Each jar we fill, each lid we seal, is a quiet act of stewardship, a way of saying, nothing is wasted here. We preserve not just for the pantry, but for the winter days ahead, for family meals, for the peace of knowing we're prepared. So whether you're freezing beans, canning tomatoes, or drying herbs from your backyard, you are doing more than preserving the harvest. You are preserving a tradition that has been around since the beginning of time. Perhaps lost for a generation, but not forgotten. We are part of the ones bringing back that wisdom for the next generation. So you ready? Let's preserve the harvest together. The first thing we are going to do today is to make some blackberry jam. I'm so grateful for the abundant harvest from our berry patch, and we've already eaten some fresh in yogurt and smoothies, and I've put some up in the freezer. So today we're going to make these into some jam, and I want to make sure that they are really clean. So I'm rinsing them and letting them soak for a little bit and rinsing them again. And I also want to make sure that my canning jars are really clean in warm soapy water. This recipe is from the Ball Book. It's got safe and tested recipes for canning and preserving food. I'm just using what I have in my pantry, but you can buy 2 different kinds of pectin, Sure Gel, which requires a higher content of sugar, and there are other low sugar kinds of pectin. So you can make your jam with low sugar or honey. I'll post the recipe in the description. I'm letting the berries come to a boil until it cannot be stirred down, and then it'll be ready to be jarred up. We got some green beans, some cucumber, and a whole basket of tomatoes. Since this is a small harvest, I'm just going to be chopping these up so we can eat them fresh. I love this little container. It's so nice to just be able to put each vegetable in there as something that you can grab and go, and then I store it in the fridge and pull out for snacks and for meals. A way to try to get more vegetables in our diet. Next, I'm going to be making some mint ginger lemonade. It's not fresh lemonade, but we're using what we have in the pantry. So I'm chopping up some ginger, some fresh mint from the garden, and adding it to a lemonade mix. And I let it steep for a little while, and it tastes delicious. One of the things that we usually have an abundance of are eggs. And finding something to do with all those eggs can be a challenge. But today I am trying to make some snacks and lunches with all the things from our garden and pantry. So I'll be making some hard-boiled eggs, deviled eggs, and some egg salad. In the past, I've always had trouble trying to get the hard-boiled egg to boil the right way. How do I know if it's done or if it's overdone? I even had one of those little fake eggs that you drop in the boiling water and it changes color. But still, I struggled with trying to get the shell off. Sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't. So once I got an Instapot, I discovered that that is a sure way to make sure you get perfectly cooked hard-boiled eggs every time, and this shell comes off easily. My kids really enjoy helping me take the shells off the eggs. They think it's the best job ever. I had a little bit of green beans and some cherry tomatoes, so I decided to just sit down and watch a video while I chop tomatoes. And I canned up the green beans, which I don't think I took a video of that. But here I am making the sauce for, or the dressing, I guess you would say, for the sun-dried tomatoes. You just mix Italian dressing and sprinkle some garlic seasoning, salt, pepper, Italian dressing on it, and then you lay them all out on a food dehydrator until they're dry. And then I store them in a mason jar in the fridge, and they last about a year. They store very well, and I use them to make an omelets and to just toss on salads. And here is the finished product. The next thing I needed to do was to get all of the zucchini put up in the freezer. I was blessed when someone gave me a whole lot of zucchini. So I like to use it in stir fries throughout the winter. And I needed to chop it all up and put it in the vacuum seal bags. And during that process, I realized that both of my vacuum sealers did not work suddenly. So thankfully, a friend came to the rescue. On this day, I also had some onions that needed to be used up, so I decided to go ahead and chop them up and get them vacuum sealed and put in the freezer also. They are wonderful to be able to pull out and have them ready to go to make meal cooking time a little bit faster, and they store very well in the freezer. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I'd love to see you back at the home sanctuary soon.